Hey everybody, hope you are doing well. I said before, said again, what are we teaching our daughters? And also, women, especially in the BC, okay? But, and it's not uncommon in all cultures, women really hate other women. Oh, especially mammies. As I said before, what are we teaching our daughters? Granddaughters, nieces, what are we teaching them? I started this report and it was very, very, very disturbing. In the report, they were saying that there was a high rate of teens in the BC, females particularly, unaliving themselves. And they were saying that when the schools were shut down, and I did some research and it was like, let's say from 2% to 4%, okay, something along those lines. And I found it interesting that they were saying during the pandemic because the teens were not in school. And for African American females in particular, and I was listening to someone, on that issue, and it was like, wow. So you're trying to tell me, you're basically saying the teens were basically safer in school than at home, that the African American female students felt safer in school now, and there's violence there. Why? Because there was so much going on in the home and they weren't protected. This on the screen, there was so much and it's like, wow. So you mean to tell me school is supposed to be your home, but school was the safety net? Again, this on the screen, why?
Today, Detroit police and the Wayne County Prosecutor's Office announcing they believe Neziah was murdered by a 41-year-old man who had allegedly been molesting her for years. He now faces a long list of charges, including first-degree murder. 7 News
Molesting her for years. And she lived with the grandmother. Hate to tell you, that's why I try to tell young women, do not get pregnant early. What you getting pregnant for? To do what? Live in poverty? It's a many woman that's homeless right now with children because she got pregnant by a man that wasn't worth anything. Not just like a pedophile of a youngster because she's 13, my goodness. But even, oh, I'm grown. So was your mom and how that turned out. So was the one before her. So was the one at the homeless shelter. They were grown at one time and now they're on their own right now. Care to see the poverty if you want to. You need to get to know you. See, we know what we're exposed to, your community, your surroundings. Newsflash, it's a whole new world out there. A whole new world out there. The way we operate and people that are successful, it's like a difference of night and day. And then you wonder why. Aren't you tired of sitting up here having to bear all the responsibility, but no one wants to listen? That's why a lot of young mothers now, and in this case here, this is a teen, so I cannot hold her accountable. There are a lot of young women now in their 20s. Oh, they're on TikTok crying. My mother won't help me. I've got twins. Did your mama get you pregnant? I'm willing to bet you the reason that your mother won't help you is because she probably told you about the dust bucket. But you grown. Can't tell me what to do, until that baby come due. Ooh, what you gonna do? You're grown. Where's that grown man at? Oh, he's grown. And I bet you he's gone. And that's why you're probably sitting up on him. Mom won't help me. And I got twins. Did your mother get you pregnant? Listening is very important. Oh, it's hella important. That's how you develop critical thinking skills. But see, you can't be the best you sitting up here. Here you got on the baby jumpsuit. Now it's all on you. Life is getting harder in this country. The programs you relied upon for some people in situations like this here, they're not there anymore. Now you got one lady hollering, I hate Houston. I can't get any rental assistance. I got twins. And, baby, what part you don't get about We got legal immigrants coming here. They're investing in them. I think your time is up. I think they might be tired of some people being on the system now. Listen, they'll never get tired of corporate welfare because corporate welfare benefits who? The ones at the top. And those are mainly Caucasian males. Okay? Yes, corporate welfare. And someone asked me a while ago to do a video on that, and I definitely need to. Though they don't get tired of that. That's how they stay wealthy. And the lobbyists, they don't get tired of corporate welfare. But welfare for citizens, there are people right now who've never been on it. They've been hardworking middle class. Guess what? They need it. It's not going to be there. This here.
Detroit reporter Sarah Michaels inside the Wayne County Criminal Justice Center as police outlined what they believe happened to Neziah. She joins us with the disturbing
Listen to this one more time.
Family say this investigation needs to continue.
You look at that face, and you do not see the horrors that she had gone through in her short life.
This photo of a smiling, seemingly happy Neziah Harris is believed to be the last one ever taken.
She is smiling and waving and saying hello. But little did she know that she was really saying goodbye.
Hours after it was taken on January 9th, the 13-year-old got off her school bus in Detroit and vanished. Now, 9 months later, the Wayne County Prosecutor's Office is charging this man, 41-year-old Jarvis Butts, with murdering and sexually abusing her.
We did everything we could.
Now, listen to what the aunts have to say. That's how I know. That's why I wish, especially in this community, you could just do not get yourself. These men, they're not even worth your time or your body. They're not worth your conversation. They don't belong in your space. Because you have yet to realize how wonderful and how beautiful and how exceptional you are and what you can become. You're not going to see it with these fools. Courtesy to poverty at your own peril. That's why men right now are not getting help. People are tired. The village, honey, has locked the door shut. It's like going into a vault at the bank. It's like going into the safety deposit box. Show your ID, sign the card. They don't just let anybody just walk in through. Excuse me? They got security. Gee, I wonder why. These men do not need access to your safety deposit box. Because the deposit that they gonna make you unsafe. The deposit, the seat of poverty that they will make you unsafe. And don't try to hold our feet to the fire. Child, they might unalive you. I gotta stop rhyming. I can't help it. Now, I keep telling you, I don't feel sorry for. I see some of them up here. I'm like, sitting up here homeless now. Walking around. Grown men, different nationalities. I don't feel sorry for them. Don't you dare. I ought to call the sheriff, the police. You're not supposed to be in this corner doing this. And see what they'll do. They'll pretend like they're walking up and down the median because they know in certain areas you cannot pander. So what they'll do, they'll pretend like they're walking up and down the median, crossing the street, and then there's no police. Then next thing you know, he'll pop out with a sign. Oh, I see what's going on here. The coast is clear. I really don't see anybody giving. People tired. Back to what I was referring to. The pandemic. Girls feeling more safer at school than in the home. Here's a great aunt. Listen to what they're saying. Again, I don't feel sorry for these men. I keep telling you, in the BC, they are protected. I'm trying to tell you. They are if you're a pedophile, pharmaceutical sales, a robber, you're going to be all right. Are you a black man trying to start a business? Trying to feed family, wife and kids, target on your back, you would be considered a M. That's how backwards the community is. And if it doesn't apply, let it fly. You a black woman, oh girl, you might get killed. Who do you think she is? Backwards. They listen to what the great aunt said, and I agree. They need to go ahead and arrest the grandmother, anybody else. This been going on, they said, for since what? I think 2022. It's been going on. The grandmother. We'll handle it. What the hell? Well, did the grandmother call the police? Listen to this, what the great aunt said.
Miss Butts with murdering and sexually abusing her.
We did everything we could. They called the police on us.
You hear that? He is sexually abusing her. And they, look, didn't call the police on him. Did you catch that? And that's her aunt's boyfriend, I believe. Didn't call the police. They called the police on them for, wow, for trying to protect her. Hey, grandmother, I don't give a, she needs to be charged with accessory. Why? The grandmother really hates women. She wants to, that tells me you want to see that. He needs a cat to be busted. If it was me, you can call the police. I'll just go over and pick the girl up. How you come with me today, and we're gonna go to the police station. The whole 9 yards. We can get a case started. You can call the police. You kidnapped him. This is how bad. This is a hatred. Again, what are we teaching our daughters? We've been passing down this poverty. Now look, the government program that's sustaining it's about to cut the BC off. Oh well, we're trying to tell you about this crap. They take away my Section 8, my food stamp. No kidding. Never thought that would happen. The grandmother, there are women that hate women. They hate young women, so they want to see the young woman hurt and beat down because they're jealous of their beauty, their young bodies, that they have a whole new star. You done messed yours up. Deal with it next. I told you. I don't feel sorry for these men. In the BC, they have a protection that black women don't have. You want to bet? So here she is. She said I'm going to play it one more time. Listen.
We did everything we could. They called the police on us.
Naziah's great aunt and her cousin tell me family knew about the abuse since 2022.
Family, and we're in 2024, about to post 2025. Family knew about the abuse. But the one trying to report it, we got to protect them. The one trying to report it, they called the police on them. Family knew about that abuse. They knew about that young girl being abused. What is that? What you call family? I can sure as hell do without. That's why people said strain. It's okay to leave if it's gonna destroy. It's okay to leave. It's okay. You might fare out if it's toxic. We gotta all be together. The hell we do. Now we gotta stand together no matter what. I don't think so. Old geriatric dumb buttercup. Your dysfunction. Just keep the dysfunction going. Just keep the dysfunction going. And that is why when other people try to introduce you to new things, it's those old heads want to always step in. Why? They like what they see. They don't want nobody. That's how evil and dark-hearted they are. I don't care if she is sitting up there with her church's chicken hat on her head, singing and swinging on Sunday. What are we teaching our daughters?
Aunt and her cousin tell me family knew about the abuse since 2022. The young girl lived with her grandmother. They say they called Child Protective Services multiple times and nothing was done.
And they swept it up under the rug. Well, I don't get in my kids' business. We're going to handle it. I was like, you can't handle it. The proper authorities need to handle it.
That's just like we're going to pray about it. That means that's just my answer for the day. I'm really going to do nothing. I'm going to pray about it. You got faith, but also it's followed by your actions. This is just a way to protect the man. Not family knew.
And they swept it up under the rug. Well, I don't get in my kids' business. We're going to handle it. I was like, you can't handle it. The proper authorities need to handle it. She did nothing.
According to Detroit police.
You hear that? She did nothing. But you can't talk bad about Big Mama. You can't. What? I mean, seriously, I'm going to say this here. As a black person, and I'm blackity black, we know what happened in this country with racism and discrimination. And we've had, no one has had to walk in the shoes that we have walked in. I get it. At the end of the day, by now we should have been figured out what's working and what's not. The seed of poverty D relies on a system to feed things. We should have been figured that out. But like I said before, on Patreon, Big Mama not going to be wrong, or you can't call her wrong. Well, what the hell you call this right here? The lady just said they called the police on them trying to get the girls some help, and that they did nothing. The family knew for years. Yes, more than one needs to be arrested, and CPS needs to be sued for neglect. Whatever you can think of, ladies, lawyer up. Why? Because you know what? That's the only thing people understand is accountability. That's all they understand. If they get fired, you weren't doing your darn job anyway. Lawyer up if you can. Whoever knew about this here, Big Mama needs to go up. Unbelievable.
So you can't handle it. The proper authorities need to handle it. She did nothing.
According to Detroit
Because
police,
she didn't
Butts
care.
had access to Neziah because he and Neziah's aunt had children together.
Mr. Butts targeted and befriended women who had to have sexual relationships with their young daughters.
The prosecutors...
And that's a whole nother video. And these women are so desperate. Why did she turn them in? So the aunt should have turned them in. The grandmother should have turned them in. The aunt, you didn't know? And then they're saying the young girl was pregnant, and then he was trying to find ways, I guess, to cancel that pregnancy. He knew. I mean, that's probably why she's dead. You think she told him he was pregnant? I'm gonna go to jail.
Office says there is a flood of evidence against Butts, including sexual photos between him and Neziah, people seeing them together the afternoon that she disappeared.
You know what is more than likely a flood of evidence? Because it was a flood of evidence because he was protected. That's why. They should have called some uncles though and did that. Oh, but I don't provoke more about it. They should have called the police. Me, I just went over there with my protection, and I don't need the Marine by my side. Not that I'm a tough person. I'll just go on over there with my protection. Hey, no school bus. You come with me today, and we're gonna go to the hospital, and we're gonna go to the police station. Are you the guardian? No, the guardian don't give a damn. That's why I'm here, sir. And so, in case they try to pull up, I would maybe have to try and protect me and the young lady. If they try to be outside the car, I guess you're going to get ran over. The last words you're going to see is TOYOTA. And we out. Bye. Stand there if you want to. You get back down, man. I'm not playing with you, lady. Sometimes we're just going to have to get with it. As kidnapping charge, well, I'd rather do that than they can do that. But I'll explain myself. And if that's the case, you'll be arrested and she'll still be alive. Why were they able to have all this evidence? Because this thing was protected. They said the family knew. So back to what that person was saying, that makes perfect sense. Suicide rate, can't go to school. The school is a refuge because a home is a hell pit. Access to the kid, do whatever you want. Sad factor is women hate women. Black women hate black women. Women hate women. Women hate youth. Meanwhile, here's some of the young black women that have a chance. Her life is all screwed by the decisions that she made. Nobody taught her. Again, at what point did we not realize what's working and what's not?
Appeared. Texts showing that they planned to meet up, and texts of Neziah telling Butts that she was pregnant. Then search history from Butts looking for abortion methods.
How do a 13-year-old girl walk around your house pregnant and you don't know it?
Easy. You hate the girl deep within, her youth, her beauty, that she has a whole life ahead of her. Yours is the grandma and the rest of them messed up. Jealousy and hatred. Oh, or they might. She fast. No, she's unprotected. So the family, the grandmother said they're going to handle the grandmother. At the girls tell, I'm going to handle it. They need her picture up here. She needs to be arrested. Obstruction of justice, maybe, and not an attorney, but I can think of. Oh, neglect of a child and endanger. She's participating, I think, by protecting this man, not doing anything, endangering the girl's life. She should be considered an accessory. An accessory, again, not an attorney, but just saying, an accessory to assault. So CPS was called. I'm going to handle it. They should be an accessory to assault charge, a RAPE charge, endangerment of a child, obstruction of justice, throw the book at them. The family members that knew about this, they need to be arrested. The community, it looks the way it does. Take Zaddy out the equation. The community looks the way it does. Because if you're going to be real about it, that's what the community likes. They like the poverty. They like the ratchetness. That's what they like. We got to face it. That's why black people they have something, they move away. Maybe you don't have it right now, but in their mind, she stayed to herself. Why? Because she may live in the hood, but she's not a hood book like you. For that kind, she stayed by herself in a project. Yes, because that's where she is right now. But she knows deep inside that she deserves better than that. She a baby mom like the rest of us, but she keeping her distance because she knows that she may be a baby mother like you, but you're ignorant and she's not. She has a plan. So she know yes, she knows that she's better than you. That's why. She a baby mom just like me. She has a plan. And why she stays away from thee, because she knows you're like a permanent contaminator. You still don't see it. She didn't like speaking to nobody because you're not worth her time. You may live next door, but you're trash and she's not. Fool, go. Think she better than me because she is. She knows her self-worth and she realizes, you know what? I don't want to deal with them. Yeah, I may be a mother too, but I have a plan. I have goals and they don't. What you deal with them for? They're beneath you. Where they are right now in that degradation and poverty is where they're going to stay. Why? Because their minds are set that way. You can't tell them anything. He don't want to talk to nobody. What is there to talk about? The economy? See, my father, they taught us you have to know what's going on. You have to read. You are reading the newspaper. Why? And when you meet people, you want to have a conversation and not about, girl, you hear about that new dancing? Okay, I'm going to drop it, pick it up. Oh, yeah, girl, I'm going to do my TikTok. Yeah. Is that all you got? And you get into the world out there and you're feeling scared. That's why some people want to stay in the safety zone. They want to stay in the hood. If they from the trailer park or backwoods Billy, and I don't stay out here in my world because all I know is eating my chicken and shooting them brew cans. You know, that kind. Well, hey, there's some other folks down there in the rural area, but yeah, I don't like them down there. We in the same county, but they always talking about reading some books and stuff. Man, I ain't trying to hear about that. He got some paper talking about WSJ. Looking at me like I don't know what it is. I thought it was a whiskey. He's talking about some paper with a whole bunch of numbers down the line. What's that? And some letters all chopped up, ain't making no sense. Talking about it's been around forever. Was it the Wall Street Journal? That sound much like it. Yeah. And he looking at some numbers across the screen. That boy's crazy. It ain't making no sense. No, you don't get it. I thought it was WSJ, some kind of whiskey that's coming out with. I said I'll give it a try. There are cultures within cultures. Anyway, listen. There are cultures within cultures. But seriously, how is this allowed to go on? You hear what the lady said? The family knew about it and what?
Search history from butts looking for abortion methods.
How do a 13-year-old girl walk around your house pregnant and you don't know it?
Not only is Butts being charged with Niziah's murder, he is in custody right now on a different case, and he is also being charged with more counts of criminal sexual conduct regarding two other girls under the age of 13 when they were allegedly abused.
Two other victims. Two other victims. So this will be three. Two other girls and now her three. How was that allowed to go on? He was protected. Church's chicken hat wearing Big Mama. Other women. The sad reality, women hate women. How was that possible? He was protected. Who protects something like that? Evil people, women that hate other women, mad about their lives, and they want misery loves company. Maybe someone that spoke about the two other girls, this one who would be alive today. As the lady said, the aunt that was speaking, she knew about it. The family knew about it, and the family what? The family did nothing.
We're going to handle it. I was like, you can't handle it. The proper authorities need to handle it. She did nothing.
She did nothing. Speaks volumes. She did nothing. What kind of person is that? Speaks volumes. Thanks for watching. It's unbelievable. It is unbelievable. The evilness, the jealousy, and hatred. It is unbelievable. I hate to say this. You look at this community. Even if we're going to be, again, my opinion, even if Zaddy wasn't around, this community would still be down. Probably be worse. We ain't got no police. That's what I'm saying, man. Do what we won't do with these witches. That's what I'm saying. And you would have a many one looking the other way. Not my son. This community, that's why it's cultures within cultures. And the ones that want to have something, that's the minority in the group. We're outnumbered by the bottom dwellers. And this is what they do. They do nothing. I don't know what you do nothing with. Don't even try. Nobody wants anything better for the next generation. All you see is more poverty, hurt, and degradation. That's what they have to pass down for the next generation is degradation, self-hate, jealousy, envy. It's unbelievable. The community looks the way it does. Why? That's what they like. The community loves degradation and poverty. Thanks for watching. My heart goes out to the children. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and share. Young girl didn't even have a chance. Didn't even have a chance. It's sad. I hate to say it. Some of these people, they just make me sick. They really make me sick. And I'm not for Biden and Kamala. But for these if they're getting any kind of help and they're participating in the demise of these children, go ahead and knock them off. I don't care if they are homeless or starving the hell out. I don't. I do not care. For the good decent people, I do. But for this kind of right here, this perpetual poverty, this anger and hatred toward young women, I hope they do starve them out. I really do. That's the only way to get rid of them. There's no counseling for this. So that right there, yeah. Go for those kind, go ahead and do blue. We're going to see what it do for you. So when they starve them out, no, where am I going to go? Guess what? Which I don't give a darn hell, and I don't know where you're going to go. This is really making me mad, and I'm out.